afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacast. Me, your host and Pro Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. Off here till 1 vs 1 on Langraskaya. On these slightly golden fields in the north, we got Prodigy fighting for the Oberkommando West Germany, Deutschland, das Vaterland. Rolling out here with the Großdeutschland. Panzergrenadier from the south, it is immortal Kimbo himself, fighting for the Red Army. Socialism, Comrade Stalin, and the 315th Rifle Division. We got here Breakthrough Doctrine with Breakthrough Tactics, Panzerfusiliers, the Sturmoffizier, Assault Artillery, and the Jagdtiger, Panzerjäger, Tiger, Ausführung B, with no bulletins, versus Tank Hunter Tactics with conscript PTS packages, PMD-6 MLR anti-vehicle mines, Ambush Tactics, the LM-20 152mm gun howitzer, and the IL-2 P-TAP anti-tank bombing run. Special Command starting for Kimbo with doubling knees versus a focus on the penal troopers punch for the start here for Prodigy, as he's obviously expecting scout cuts here from Kimbo. Punch was there arriving. We'll of course have to see him out. I mean, going from the older opening here, I'm guessing he's going to go for most of penal troopers, and then he's going to go for a single conscript squad to then equip with the anti-tank rifle package, using that as an anti-tank team. And then probably use some of the other abilities, you know, depending on the situation. Prodigy here will probably go for a bunch of punch for this. May go for the storm moves here. Could possibly use breakthrough tactics, and I mean, we're probably not going to see the Yakti. That's, you know, just that. In the bit of first engagement around here, Engineers caught by the punches here about the northern munitions. Prodigy by moving to sort of show some of the more critical points and slowing down his opponent's advantage, going for the fuel points. We got the Polskos in the east by the fuel point there. Panzering up here to support them in the far west. We got the Sturm Pioneers here. Well, less than fuel point. Penals engaging here. At long range, the Penals will beat the Sturm Pioneers. I mean, at mid range, depending on the situation. Nope, all the Prodigy's trying, he's trying, I think, to bait in the Penal troops into closer range here. Basically running in circles and then hoping that basically pursues, or at least gets up on the right plot, and then he hits him with the assault rifles in the range for the Penal, or the Sturm Pioneers can actually win. But here we can see that Kimbo, of course, he is no slouch, he is no novice. And of course, notice that that's what happened if he tries to pursue them, so he just backs off and just goes for the fuel point instead, waiting for the Sturm Pioneers to make the move, or just bringing up more troops. And do in fact get more troops in the engineer squad, plus the M31 here for Kimbo. Prodigy very wise then retreats the Sturm Pioneers. Second Panzer squad out there for Prodigy, and these here we got engineers for the Volkskrieger and the Panzerfusilier. Very good there. And as always, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and press that bell button. Helps me, helps you, and who knows, may help others. M31 engaging the Panzerfusilier, engaging there for the glory of das Vaterland here, the Großdeutschland. We got what conscripts out there for Kimbo. Is he not going for a lot of penal troops and just one conscript squad? I mean, that would of course be the expected strategy, but this is Kimbo, and certainly Kimbo is a man of many ruses and plans, so who knows. All the way to take Raffinet, almost taking out the M31. Have a chance of taking that out, and certainly would help for there for Prodigy in the early game. If he could light it on fire, we can already see that Kimbo's moving in to screen up. The infantry engineers still. Okay, looks like he stops there. Can't pursue anymore. M31 will survive this time around. It will be a bit off there, off the field for some time, but at the same time, it's not going to be a complete kill. So the munitions will at some point only just bought him time rather than a total destroyed car. Trying away for Prodigy, probably going to be the battle group headquarters, going the point with the Volksgrenadiers. So far, good map there for Prodigy. Though, of course, Kimbo can soon turn this around for the glory of the Red Army. Scout car being repaired. We'll have to see what Kimbo goes for next. If it will be more conscripts or more penal troopers, hard to say here. Hard to say. Penals are there as the Volksgrenadiers. Volksgrenadiers looks like they got the upper hand there against the Strafniki. Of course, they rather the conscripts. Very much turn the arithmetic there in favour of Kimbo. Schwere Wehrmacht up there around there for Prodigy. Back here, troop reinforcing healing. He could, of course, also go for Mechanized Regiment, but typically with Panzerfusilier heavy builds, you usually see the battle group headquarters. But again, who knows? There you go. More penal troops there for Kimbo and the Red Army. Scout car there with the penal engineers in them, and there you go. More penal troops, of course, in the Special Rifle Command, heading straight for the fuel point there. Good to disrupt their Prodigy's early game, slow them down in terms of fuel, and of course, gain a fuel advantage there. Thumbs up to Kimbo. Panzer there in the ready. Scout car charging, of course, need to be carefully. Can't get too close either. Or it's just going to get an anti-tank rifle grenade. And we do get the mechanized ring there for Prodigy. Definitely seems to be becoming more common again after a period of battle group headquarters heavy builds. The mechanized ring does seem to be making a slight return. They come back, if you will. Sandbags up on the eastern side. Scout car there being slightly repaired here. So probably going to be a looks here with the Puma for Prodigy versus Kimbo. Mines by the western point here. Very good. Comes with their held up. Big push here for Prodigy with a significant portion of his infantry, in fact, be committed to this attack. Trying here to bait in the scout, can hit him with an anti-tank rifle grenade, but hiding around the corners. There you go. Conscript routed, moving out the western side here with a lone full squad. That's an engagement there. Further fighting here with Kimbo occupying the house against Prodigy. It's going to make it hard for him to, you know, move about here freely, since the flamethrower team is going to be difficult to just flash out without flamethrower of his own. By access to incendiary grenades, and he's got none of those here. So, a bit of an awkward engagement. Plus, of course, got the penalties with the scout car. So, overall here, Prodigy's east position is immediately thwarted here by Kimbo with a rousing blow here on the west side. The floaters there hit a mine and then used an ambush them, striking them back. They're very good here by Kimbo so far. Strong early game here for the Red Army. Got a 4th Panzer squad here for Prodigy. Obviously, he's short on fuel, so he can't like gun anything else anyways. Might be his planning course to equip one of them then with a Panzer Shrek. Upgrade there to help deal with the light vehicle, but also any potential light vehicles that Kimbo for everything at him, because, you know, a fast T-70 certainly is very likely. More mines here from Kimbo, thumbs up. Certainly also indicates he's not going for the Tank Hunter package anytime soon. Graham Neeson fuel point. Prodigy, of course, may try and just hit hard west instead of just trying to fight out around the eastern side. We'll have to see what Prodigy does here versus Kimbo. Certainly could be crucially how he decides to handle this. He could also try and swing through the center and then hit up behind Kimbo's eastern force there. Also threaten the retreat path here. Or just make a very, very big assault and more direct path and just slightly... So we shall say, oh, there we go. Actually got it. Flamethrower dropped as well. Oh my, we can see they're constantly making run for it. They're probably able to get it, and there we go. They do seize it. Still, that was a bit awkward development there for Kimbo. A small win there for Prodigy, who certainly has a much larger force in the field than his opponent. And of course, Kimbo can make up for this by a fast T-70. Still, Prodigy pushing hard ahead here. Going to go for the cutoff point. Going to deny resource as much as possible to Kimbo. Of course, leaving in a slightly more awkward spot. A lot of infantry there for Prodigy, of course, with 4 Panzer squad, a full squad in the Sturmpioneer versus 2 penal troopers, a conscript engineer. Bit of a difference. I think you can see he's committing to more penal troopers, not realizing his scout car plan, while nice, while it was still there, obviously hit a bit of a roadblock once the scout car exploded. I'll wait him begins using these some points. A storm officer could be in, and then he'll also put Prodigy as a heavy number of infantrymen. Of course, may have some flaws there, but at the same time, the Storm Officer would give him just an extra infantry boost versus some all of Kimbo stuff. He even got a demo charge here. Note the way it's positioned here makes it much harder for Prodigy to spot it, because the way it's displayed, of course, is like it'll show on the map, of course, but it won't show the destinate to the enemy. So he basically has to then guess for it. And there we go. Could also just take our unit on retreat. And there we go. Punch the squad down. Good wipe there. Good to there by Kimbo. Definitely one of the tricks to using demolition charges there. Still here in the western fuel point there as well with the Fultz Grenadiers. Looks on the way there for Prodigy. More comes on the way there for Kimbo. Sends well after the upgrade, grab the flame from those. Of course, he can't equip them with anti-tank rifle because he wants to use the Tank Hunter package. He needs a conscript squad more. Of course, it may have been his plan all along, but if it wasn't, I mean, it certainly forced Kimbo into a slightly awkward development. Of course, it's still better than handing over flamethrower to your opponent, since that could, of course, gotten very awkward there for Kimbo very swiftly. Back here, troops getting ready there for Prodigy. We got the mechanized regiment halfway done with the looks like half Clones Panzer. Still no sign of tech there for Kimbo. Looks almost done. Peons will drive the full Grenadier. On the east side, we got point there being seized. Got Panzers there holding up. No upgrades for those yet. Might want to get us some G for the Feast of Pulp. So this is planning again Panzer Shreks or something else. Looks right about done here for Prodigy though. We got the second conscript. They're putting out 5 infantry escorts versus the now 5 as well there of Prodigy. Season Eastern Big Point. Actually going straight for the fuel point here. Looks setting out there for Prodigy and the German army. Engaging here by the Eastern Fuel Point. Looks it's probably going to be diverted towards there. Could of course be diverted to deal with the card point. A lot of threats here for Prodigy right now by Kimbo. Looks like he's going to lose the fuel point for now. He's got hay flying around the car point. Pupils there standing no chance against the looks. Got like Kenneth as well there for Prodigy. Of course, I believe with any light vehicles that Kimbo might throw at him, though so far. Still no sign of tech there beyond the special route command here from Kimbo and the Red Army. Heading down here for the car point again. Looks being about there for Prodigy and the German army. Chancellor's almost got the point there. Troops reinforcing, I imagine, soon enough. Still no sign of the G40 feast there. Hard to say. Oh, there we go. Got an upgrade going out somewhere here for him. Yep, G for the feast there on the Panzer's back at base. Goes there for the Panzer or penal troopers routing them. So moving on the other side with the Fultz Grenadiers. Got the point here held up with the conscript squad. Back here, troops reinforcing healing. And there you go. Finally get the takeover there for Kimbo and the Red Army. Strafnicki there being pursued by the looks. Auto cannon and cracks machine gun just unloading hell right into their backs. And we got a mine here on the good spot there by Prodigy. The Ked moving up to grab that fuel point there. There go, mine stun. Will he probe Kimbo's space? With the looks, he will not. Still, Prodigy's got much better position now here versus Kimbo. After a rather rough start there. Do some good maneuvering, and of course the scout car there from Kimbo. There we go. Recon package. Ready on the Panzerfuzier. And we got the Puma as well for Prodigy. Of course, expecting armor there from Kimbo. Of course, having the Puma ready to deal with that is a very good pick. Plus, it's also reasonable versus the T-3476. So it sort of helps with a slightly rough start there for Prodigy versus Kimbo. Still no sign of the officer, and no use of breakthrough tactics are there from Prodigy. Hope there will be a bit more of the Doctor being used. T-10 light tank on the way for Kimbo and the Red Army. Looks setting out. Passive call ready to support. He may not be pressing through there because he's worried about mines there from Kimbo, which of course is a very central worry. He's always lost several men there to mines, so of course no full wipes yet. Of course that quickly changed with the mine hit at the wrong time. And there you go, we got the tank under control of the looks with their triple anti-tank rifles, doing some nasty damage there. Flamethrower controlling ahead, they need to be careful. Plus braving the elements there, and car pod of course hit. East side there, we got a push here by Kimbo, trying to outmaneuver here, of course. Punish Prodigy for sinking so many forces into the west push there. And it's east side is open, but we've got the Puma in there, which could, so in theory, slow down things a bit here. But it's flipping the gun and correction machine guns, using the western point with the Panzerfuzier. Using the crater there from the annihilation charge as cover, and there you go, Puma going for the unit east. We've got a trot on the way there for Prodigy. Could be Schwab quarters, could also be a Belgian headquarters in the timing here. See something out there, opening up on the retreating German infantry. Looks like covering fire there. Puma moving up, opening up in the peninsula so far. Doing a bit of damage, but nothing sort of critical there. Got one kill. Piotr drops dead. T-10 rapidly pursuing here the Panzerfuzier. Almost driving out. Looks moving about here as well. 8 kills. Close to veteran T1. Kedma moving up here to deal with the T-70 head on. There we go. Good hit. Small chance here taking out, I would say, Kimbo's T-70. Though again, small. Of course, at the same time, he can't really pursue due to the constant in the way. And the Puma not being there either. Small chance of getting wiped. Actually, suddenly got much bigger. In fact, it starts to look very likely. Oh, no. Mountain man runs, one man lives. Missed opportunity, I think, there by Prodigy to get a wipe there. Certainly would have helped versus Kimbo just a bit. Looks like it took a lot of damage. We'll need some repairs there. We've got the truck moving about here for Prodigy. Guess there was a rally point there that had put a bit too close to the front line for his liking. No engineers there for Kimbo and the Red Army. Puma engaging engineers in the east. Needs to grab his fuel point back, of course. Losing his western fuel point there as well. Then we got Pims moving into counterattack and deal with that opportunity there. And we got the support coming out there for Kimbo, bringing up some support weapons. Maxims, field guns, mortar calls will be good. Prodigy with an MG-34, of course, his own support weapon versus Kimbo's infantry. Brandham Granada, I think, right about here could be a pretty good throw there versus Kimbo's penalty, which should give the full to the upper hand. But there you go, looks for support. That should also give Prodigy here the upper hand by the western fuel point. Either way, Kimbo's penalties there end up retreating as they suffer from excruciating damage and casualties due to the arrival of the looks. More G45s going out there for Prodigy's Panzerfuzier. Bring up these inside here with the conscripts, the Frontoviks. Yeah, Schwab Hunt calls down the carve point. Makes it harder for Kimbo to harass him. Of course, it also makes it easier for Kimbo to destroy the Schwab Hunted quarters and, you know, disrupt Prodigy's attack. So it's obviously not without its risks either. Of course, the way it's positioned, it is somewhat harder due to how close it is to his base, but nonetheless, it is outside of his base and thusly a lot easier for target. Constantly was the looks. Punches there by the eastern point. They're constantly going to, I think, take heavy damage. In fact, if Kimbo removes cheats 1 second too late there, that could be a wipe with the punches and the looks there covering the retreat path here. The Consuls are already taking heavy damage from the G43s, and there you go. At this point, the Sturm Pioneer squad, I'd say the chance of getting wiped here would have been very good, though even here, as you can see, the Consuls are bleeding out there. Rapid, there still looks they're pursuing them, so the chance of getting wiped is still good, but the Sturm Pioneer squad, I think, would very much have made that a done deal. But one man lives once more. Again, that flamethrower team has some pretty good luck. That is one lucky flamethrower if that ever existed. Pool moving in here. Penals there. Obviously no threat to that. We got engineers moving up in the center here. We got a punch squad pinned down by the MD-34. In the west side, Kimbo's trying to push the front line there. Also using the courier there's cover. Panzers moving out into the open road. That's the T-70 light tank. Engineers trying to act as a blocking force against light vehicles, but they don't really offer anything that seriously threatens the light vehicles, maybe except just, you know, messing up the paint job or getting all covered in blood. So there you go. Schwerer Panzerhauptquartier down there for Prodigy. Could go for some Obersoldaten. Of course, he could also just go for the Sturmoffizier. Instead, we got an MG-34 more here to further contain Kimbo's infantry. Kimbo going for the CIS-3 divisional field gun. No, there also existed a divisional field gun, which was much more like artillery, more close to the German light infantry Geschütz. No fun back there.
Additional resources are now available to your commander.
How's ready to be built there for Kimbo? So far, both sides have really only used one ability to the doctrine, that is, in the case of Kimbo, the conscript Petros package. In the case of Prodigy, it's the Panzerfusiliers. We've seen no Sturmofficers, we've seen no grapefruit tactics, and we've seen no anti-vehicle mines, and certainly no ambush tactics yet. But of course, that quickly changed with the arrival of the field gun. And obviously, there's not really much need to like ambush a T-70 a lot of the time, though. March was up there spotting Prodigy's Schützenmine. Very good, a Schuhmine 42. He suppressed, pinned down, in fact. And T-70 trying to support here. Immediately found it with the Puma, though of course we got the field gun there, and he was probably using that as bait to draw out the Puma. There we go, smoke and pop. At the same time, he can still try and get a shot there through the smoke and take out the T-70 with a bit of luck, but no. Decides not to test his luck there with the field gun about. Now we got him about there on the MG-34, almost square hit. But there you go, a Kednev lands here on the T-70, abandoning it. Well, he's causing it to be abandoned, but not killed. Still, that should be easily done there by Prodigy. And certainly a bit of a blow there to Kimbo, that his T-70 has been lost here to the fascist invader in East India, suppressed, pinned down, in fact, routed with ease. Prodigy launched a furious assault here in the curve point. In the west here, we got a small screen there of Kimbo's troops remaining, but that's going to be quickly popped out. And we actually got a second T-70 there from Kimbo, another light tank to help deal with the fascists. Clearly putting faith in his field guns and anti-tank rifles to halt whatever Prodigy might be planning to do against him. Well, of course, that faith proves to be well-founded. Still, Kimbo's getting some victory points bleed delivered onto him, though of course he's still got the western fuel point. He just needs to reconnect it. Looks half 8 of free there for Prodigy. Oh, satchel charge got a wipe. That's impressive. Like, it's tricky to get wipes with grenades on retreating infantry, and Kimbo did it with a satchel charge. That's impressive. Thumbs up to that. Comes up as the Panzerfusilier. East side here we get a skirmishing going on. Mines go down the eastern side from Kimbo. Constantly being suppressed in the centre. Comes to build up here. We got Panzers moving out on the west side. Back here, troops reinforcing healing for Prodigy. Further damage to the Panzers going on. Not a good engagement there for Kimbo's penal troops out in there. There's the G43 wielding Panzerfusilier. They are being steadily bled out. On the east side, Prodigy's hard point is holding here for now. We got the field gun backing up. Here there's the Puma on the west. Need to be careful with that Puma there, Mr. Prodigy. That's going to go up in flames. On the east side here, we can see Kimbo being routed by Prodigy's counterattack. Very good. That kid troops reinforcing. Puma calling back for some needed repairs there for Prodigy and the Ghost Dodge. We got Obersoldaten here for Prodigy. With LMG-34s, they can certainly put some pressure on Kimbo's infantry by far. Also make things a bit more uncomfortable for the CIS-3 divisional field gun. He's still some time away from any armor, but he's not far off either by a lot. Comparatively, Kimbo is striking much more. I think going to have a chance of winning out a medium tank here versus Prodigy. So there's certainly a chance that the Prodigy might really start to get hit of Kimbo, since he also still has the victory point lead. So there's a lot of ways here now that Prodigy, despite having a rough start versus Kimbo, is actually in a good spot now to win. And it's going to be a chance for Kimbo to really sort of like, you know, turn things around a bit more in his favour once more. As Prodigy, of course, has no intention of trying to hand over his lead here to Kimbo. We got people coming up, they can proper satchel charge there. We can see Prodigy already anticipating this, is getting the machine crew out of the building. They've got response there, part of the tank from the north, engaging the Strafnik here out in the open, causing heavy casualties without cover. They are easy targets. And there you go, field gun shoots, misses the looks. And there you go, field gun barrage. Straight into the midst here of Prodigy's horde of Panzerfusiliers. There, close one there for Kimbo. Had it paid off. That could have been like maybe even a triple wipe, but that might be a bit much. There's still a lot of casualties there for Prodigy. As it were, though, not quite what happened. Still, Kimbo's hitting hard here on Prodigy, pushing back his front line here very aggressively. Japan course position now revealed. Sees an eastern fuel point. We can see that Prodigy course making a move for the western one with this orbital garden. That expensive units sent over there, to be honest, but at the same time, it also forced Kimbo to have to dispatch a larger force to deal with, since a single infantry is just going to get beaten silly. But the obviously very elite orbital line. We got the season moving up and getting the Puma. Straight to like as well there. Heavy down to the T-70, but it survives. It survives. It lives. Pumas there being suppressed here by the MG-34. 5 kills there back here, just reinforcing. So far we are still pretty much in a situation where both players have only used one ability in their respective doctrines. Still no officer here from Prodigy. Bit of skirmishing there. Punch was routed here by the MG-34, unable to push forwards. They fall back instead. Push for the centre here by Prodigy, regain the victory point there in the east side. Also some movement. Western fuel point there has been secured easily by the orbital line. You could even consider laying down a booby trap there, I think. But oh, mine goes off here by the eastern fuel point, blowing up several punch facilities there. Pushing back the T-70 here. Oh, chance of taking it out here. That would certainly hurt Kimbo if he lost it. He still hasn't taken out. Puma then moving ahead aggressively, even popping down the smoke stream, but quickly backs off with the effect of the conscious there. Quick save there by Kimbo, could also cost him his T-70, at which point Kimbo would have certainly been a tough spot, which again would force him to then consider another T-70, which at this point may not be the best move, with his opponent likely bring up medium tank soon. Again, just trying to hold out with the without the T-70 against opponent just hits him harder. Prodigy, of course, can now go for the Panther 4, and certainly right now Panther 4 will be a very strong pick, I think, versus Kimbo. Of course, he could in theory try and go for the Panther. Also on here on the west side, this is a large increment of Soda infantry just retreating. Lack of support there, and there you go. Looks hits a mine here on the east side. Eastern fuel secured as well, going for the car point before going for the fuel point. Good move there. Prevents Prodigy from getting at the fuel there much faster. So thumbs up there to Kim. In fact, he prevents him getting 10 fuel very fast there, rather than just, you know, cutting off eventually from 7 fuel. So good tactical move there by Kimbo. T-34 from 6 on the way there for Kimbo and the Red Army. So he's been able to get out some tanks, and we got Prodigy with his Panzer 4, his Panzerkampfwagen 4, Ausführung Jod. Final model of the Panzer 4. Simplified to make it easier and cheaper to produce. Little fun fact there. Turn these to the victory points. We got 301 to 41. T-34 from 6 almost done there for Kimbo and the Red Army. Panzers in the orbital moving up the west side here. Veterans for those chaps. Veterans in north here, but that can quickly cause change to the conscripts dropping like fat flies here on the western side. In fact, if Kimbo doesn't retreat those soon, that's going to be a wipe here. And that was in fact a wipe. No more anti-tank conscripts there for Kimbo. Panzer being snapped here with the T-70. Got the Puma moving up to do with that. Hits a mine! Hits a mine! Great mining there from Kimbo. Puma there's going to be able to get away, but still that was a nasty one. They had the field gun closer. That Puma could have been completely toasted. We got the Panther 4 out here for Prodigy. West side Panzer moving up here. Oberstaden are not backing this push out, interestingly enough. They forgot about him. His selection there for both squads did not work out into something else. Another T-34 charging the MG-34, hammering over the insane arm. Good move. Panther 4 going for the T-34s from 6. Puma shoots, bounces. Direct hit from the T-34. Field gun being cleared out here by the MG-34. Good move there. Machine guns are surprisingly decent. We've got clearing up with this patch for the insane arm rounds. Anti-tank guns. Although the system, of course, with 6 crew is a bit harder to clear out here for the machine gun. In fact, he almost took it out. But again, the SIS-3 divisional field gun is very tough. Kills with the Panther 4 on these. Shot 5. Misses. T-70 falling back here. Field gun also getting out of there. 1 kill on the Panther 4 back here. Troops reinforcing for Prodigy. Bringing up the western point here. Got another cannon there for the Prodigy in response to the loss of the Puma. Got another field on there from Kimbo. MG-34 there with 4 kills in service of Das Vaterland. People on the western side, of course, exploiting Prodigy's emphasis on the right side of his armor and anti-tank at the moment, meaning the T-34 is going to be, well, harder to stop in the west, though it does take an anti-tank rifle grenade, slowing it down, so even then, Kimbo might have extended himself a bit, but he can soon go for more T-34s here versus Prodigy. 200, in fact 197 versus 391 here. Prodigy remains significantly lead here in terms of victory points over Kimbo and the Red Army. 313th Rifle Division continues to struggle here against the fascists of the Großdeutschland. Panther Force shoots, misses, Panama machine being added. Second attempt out there for Prodigy. Obviously on there was the Penal Troopers, in the east we got counter there was the Panzer IV and the Panzerfusiler. Second figure on the being hauled forward to the front here by Kimbo. And T-7 strength like Kevin with the 88mm rocket punches through the armor like it was paper. And there you go. Pim's was the looks here. 24 kills. That's really doing some heavy lifting there for Prodigy. We got 391 on the 78. Prodigy continues to enjoy a significant victory point lead here by Kimbo, with Kimbo trying to sort of rein it in. West side we got the T-17 for striking here. Heading the exposed left flank there of Prodigy. Good work there by Kimbo. Good read. Panther on the eastern side to flash out whatever troops that Kimbo has there. In the west side, the T-54 continues rampage with the T-70 falling back for now for repairs. The Kimbo quick trying to try and deal with any sort of attempted penetration push there from the west, but Kimbo does not continue that line of attack. So we got 391 on his 72. Kimbo continues to beat victory points. He could consider, of course, a howitzer to bombard Prodigy's positions. That could be an idea there. I mean, he does have the doctrine for a howitzer. He could also just go for a mortar, but I definitely feel like here for Kimbo, an artillery piece would get pretty good pick here versus Prodigy. As a Prodigy, more Panzer Force could be a nice pick. Field bombarding here the center. First shot actually gets a kill there, but nothing catastrophic for Prodigy. Honestly, I feel like Prodigy could also launch a larger scale assault through here and sort of swing behind Prodigy or Kimbo's front line here by the center and actually clear it out. With a mine sweep until, of course, and also might hit the one mine that's laid down, though. I'd say the mine position is a bit awkward by Kimbo, but I think it would be an avenue of attack to consider there for Prodigy versus Kimbo.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Looks close for 24. Panther moving in again. Prodigy can soon go for the Panther 4. Kimbo's getting the T-70. Main gun out. Panther 4 shoot. Bounces off the T-34 from 6's armor. Panther they're trying to advance for the center instead. Punished heavily by high explosive fire there from Kimbo's assembled armed forces around the center. And the east side here, troops halted by Prodigy's Panzerfusiler. Boob trap up there, very good. T-film on the west side, looks hanging back here. You got 391 on the 47. I mean, right now this stage could definitely benefits Prodigy, but at the same time, I don't think it should be encouraging it to last as long as it should. And just don't really think try to sort of get it to close faster. West Kimbo, of course, he needs to stop like this from just happening, because again, he's going to lose if it stays like this in theory, unless of course it makes a really good push, which is what he needs to do. The trick, of course, is making that really good push here versus Prodigy without necessarily risking losing as well, or at least minimizing the chance of losing. We got Pims going here for deep flank on the right flank. I think that's a good move there. Though, of course, there are booby traps there to worry about. Making the push to the center. This is where mortar will be used for smoke screens as well. Launching more infantry and a bit of armor there onto the right flank again. So we see there, it looks like Prodigy's always starting to expect him. And there you go, boob trap goes off it, killing one man, but even the rest of the unit heavily depleted in terms of health, could actually be cleared out by a good flank here. And there you go, penal squad almost right by the Panther 4. Boob trap needs some victory upon as well. Send one claim to the penal troops there, but they're getting suppressed. They're taking heavy fire there from Prodigy's forces. T-70 snaps a few panzers there, Panther 4 moving out. Good hit. We got the fig on the ready to counter the Panther 4 there. And we got the opposite flank up behind the penal troopers. Good move there. Might have a chance of getting wiped out, certainly hurt Kimbo. Losing a penal squad, particularly an ace penal trooper squad at this stage, would be quite painful. We got the cons going up, but there you go. They're not going to be in time. You got the opposite, almost got them. Almost. One more volley there. Gets away. Really good luck there for Kimbo with those units. Several times he's not gone away with the tiniest level of health. That's got to be a bit of frustrating, to be honest, for Prodigy. His opponent constantly getting away with that. Looks like he's setting up for Panther, or... Is he actually setting up for the Yaktiga? No, he can't be doing that, right? That's gotta be illegal. Or is he? Is he actually setting up for Yaktiga? That'd be insane. Utterly bananas. Out to sea and all that stuff. T-Sim shooting the punch was there. Eastern Fume secured. Could choose rocket launcher for Kimbo. So, no howitzer here from Kimbo. No howitzer. Set the good old Katyusha rocket launcher. But yeah, the way things are looking, Prodigy may in fact be setting up for the Yaktiga for some unexplicable reason, except, you know, you think it's cool, I guess. Wait. Is he trying to clear out the field gun here? Yeah. Did it bug out? Yeah, it's bugged out. I guess. Curious. Still got some foot here from Prodigy, so it's not the Yaktiga, thank heavens. I'm not entirely sure the Stu's was the best pick here, but we'll see. He still needs more armor. I feel like we're going to push over the T-field with infantry from the center. Kichuraka, of course, bombarding here. Prodigy's possessions. Again, basically punishing him for being too passive. They're not pushing Western fuel. Victory point, maybe trying to close the fight faster. We got Fiona on the bunch on 119. Cancel the Stu's. Wait, is he actually back to the Yaktiga plan? Is it a plan? Like, is it a genuine plan here from Prodigy? I don't know. T-field for the half-health, close 32, falling back in the face of Prodigy's small pressuring. There we go. T-field for the damaged engine, quarter of health left. Luke's there taking a nasty hit, close to vet 75, and the mythic ace level there for it. Not really does a ton for it. Got the ultimate game mentions 8 kills in service of Deutschland. Pumels there conducting here, finally start confident up in the MD-34. Geballte Ladung there into the midst of the Pumel troops. They course quickly dodge it, though Yuri was not fast enough. Panzer IV there, more or less good to go. Looks needs some repairs. Troops are healing and forcing. It is starting to look like we are going to be seeing a Yaktiga here for Prodigy versus Kimbo. Yeah, that's not something you see in your average 1 versus 1, that's for sure. But Prodigy went, and meanwhile Kim's bringing up the AK-5. Will he be ready, though, for the Yaktiga? Got to the side here. Bubachev also out here with MD-34, and once more, looks like they avoid getting wiped. Really, that is some incredible luck there in Kimbo's troops. I got the Yaktiga sitting out there. Adding the engine improvements to make it move a bit overall more smoothly. Based off the King Tiger chassis with a 128mm gun and a fixed position there. They should fire almost under for Kimbo, and of course he now is aware of the Yaktiga and its mighty gun. Looks on the western side, we got the issue of our tanks right there for Kimbo. Panzer IV fixed up, troops are healing and forcing. Troops quad heat there. Field coming westwards. T-Sim has the punchers in the west. Bubachev, oh man goes off and the punchers going for the western victory point finally. Feel like it's been a bit too slow there with Prodigy though, to be honest. Yaktiga on the right hand side, not entirely sure what he's playing with that though. Definitely should not be sitting back with that one. That feels like that would be a significant strategic area there by Prodigy commit versus Kimbo. We got 356 versus 119. Prodigy still enjoys a significant lead here with Kimbo, but Kimbo is slowly closing in on it. Yaktiga remains pretty much as static as a statue, with about as much combat. There you go. Yaktiga finding the move here for the German army. The beast is on the march. T-44 moving up here. Yaktiga shoots. Lands a hit there. Panther forming east was there halfway to 23. Yak Tiger remains in a waiting position once more. Panther on the eastern side, Pimston getting the Panther at close range, shoots, misses. Almost got the Pimps their wipe, good shot there, but I imagine once more they will avoid that one, because again Kimbo really has just managed to avoid that time and time again. I mean, in that sense, be mortal Kimbo, because he's definitely dodging a lot of wipes. MU Federal getting hammered by the CoH2 rocket launcher. Head on here with the Yak, takes into the field in the HU5, good, and the T-70 almost takes it out with a single shot, of course. So shots penetrating the Yak Tiger's frontal armour. T-film ring about there, quick risk taking it out, there he's not covered, there you go, ramming it, oh dear. And we got an anti-tank bombing run in here, needs to get the Yak Tiger out of there, but he's likely not going to make it. Scheiße. There we go, almost lost the Yak Tiger there, definitely a bad call there by Prodigy. And in the end we can see the Yak Tiger isn't particularly worth the cost, like the armor just doesn't mean anything, particularly not against an ace field gun. I kept from up the other side. T-34 stack, knocked out. H5 falling back, field gun as well here. T-70 almost fully fixed up here. Quite the blow there to Prodigy and the German army. Go stun grenade for the Sturm Pioneers down to half size. Got these dropping out the Panther 4 there. And once more escape through these. We got 36 on 19. Nonetheless, despite this, it seems like Prodigy's been able to secure the centre at the very least, though the question of course is how long can he actually maintain this, as again, without the active game was just a huge resource loss for him. In the end, just really didn't do a lot. Need to salvage these two barrels for extra fuel. That's something to Prodigy, I think, a lot of good here versus Kimbo. Field gun bombarding. Panther 4, the hammering away. Veteran 3, very good there for Prodigy. Definitely bad news for Kimbo. H4 halfway to death, but also very close to one other T-34 there for Kimbo and the Red Arm, the 313th Rifle Division. Troops reinforcing, healing there for Prodigy. Stuggers was being attempted again here. Not entirely sure about this. I mean, there's like one field gun, some infantry. I'm not entirely sure the Stuggers was going to be great for Prodigy against that. I think it'd just be better going off more Panzer Force, to be honest. Get your rocket launcher there into the base here. We get some wipes, and certainly the way things are climbed up, there's actually a chance a stray rocket could cause, yeah, Prodigy some nasty losses there. In this case, though, ends up not quite as bad as it could have been. But that definitely, I think, was a chance of just causing Prodigy some serious grief here. You got 336 versus 77. Stuckers was almost done there for Prodigy and the Großdeutsch on Panzergrenadier Division. Looks forced to hightail out. This HU5 is in hot pursuit. Shoots and misses. Narrow one there though. Stuckers was almost done. Troops are healing, reinforcing. T-34 mobilized here for Kimbo and the Red Army. Some secured there by Kimbo's Strafniki. Just one move here for Kimbo. He's inside. We got the Stuckers coming up there for Prodigy and the Red Army. We got 333 versus 70. T-70 striking east against the MG34 there. Backed up here by the HU5 tanks, which was not been repaired at all. Stuckers was moving up. Probably looking for the right target to hit. Back from the HU5. Pushing ahead, and of course once he's used the field, you'll probably try and hit it with the Stuckers at first. I imagine that is his priority target. Of course the question is if we can hit it properly. Stuckers was not firing again. Well, he's used now 2 abilities. He's got the Panzers and the Yak Tiger. Meanwhile, Kimbo's used 2 abilities as well. And you're seeing some man loss of the Panzer lands a few sniping hits. Almost got the field gun crew then, wiping out the ace field gun crew. That's going to be a big win there for Prodigy. There we go. Pretty lucky for him there. And we got the Stuckers' barrage, and it's just an utter whiff there for Prodigy. Just an absolute waste of resources. Meanwhile, the CoH2 rocket launcher's only gotten 10 kills. Obviously didn't quite arrive at the same time, but nonetheless, like, that was just a big whiff there for the Stuckers, which just highlights Now, the unit is overall, I think, a question one for the other commands typically again due to its like high requirement for like accuracy, like really know how to aim it, even then it can just sometimes utterly whiff. But like a good deal of time CPU use to super versus use just ends up being a waste of resources. A bit like the Acti, really. Next on the H5 tanks are here for Kimbo, not for Prodigy. Definitely not for Prodigy. Katrina hack rocket launch heading back there. 12 kills, half fleet to veteran T2. We got 318 versus 70. 17 versus 70. Back here, troops mobilizing for the next post there. Panzer 4, veteran E4, 27 kills. Prodigy needs more armor and he needs to like try and outmaneuver Kimbo. So far, has been playing, I think, a lot more statically and more limited in his over maneuvers, which makes it, of course, much easier for Kimbo just to outmaneuver and pin him down, which is really not something Prodigy should be encouraging. In particular, not in the late game versus the Soviets. Which is also really where the Yaktik, it just doesn't fit in, since it just overall does not particularly fit well with the rest of the Oberkommando West, say, placed on its strategy field in many ways. It's a very awkward unit. I know a price on that. Panzer 4, they go for Prodigy, and each society point being secured by Prodigy's men and the German army. Got 305 versus 70. Each farming out there for Kimbo once more. T70 with 22 kills, but a quad here. Prodigy's almost got the fuel there for another Panzer 4 fight. He has now just needs to stay out the manpower. Except he doesn't have the pop cap to actually then use it. Scrams on the right flank, and right now Project is a larger force than Kimbo. The question, of course, is if he can realise there's an acting who make use of it. And the fish man, Kimbo. There you go. Kimbo goes in the offensive. He doesn't care if he's got the smaller force of his opponent. He may not be aware. He's going in the defense like Kimbo flanking it. Getting a good hit there. Ambush position as well. Thumbs up there to Prodigy. Of course, got the launcher immediately responding to the ambush. The Kevin effort, taking out half the crew. Stroops coming up to fire into the midst here of Kimbo's advanced counter Stroops. This time actually land some hits and actually do some killing. We got assault until he called in to just further disrupting the Stroops lock. Actually hits the T-70, almost taking it out there, but beyond that, really doesn't do a lot. Got any near wipe somewhere, I think? Or console scored? Oh wait, the console with the flamethrowers is definitely gone. Assault until he goes off. That's the ability not used for Prodigy, though this barrage definitely. Well, I guess it may have killed some squirrels, but I guess the biggest element here is going to be the smoke that falls after it for Prodigy. Coming up to control the western center point. To actually use breakthrough tactical render neutral, would be great here. Could also use that to go out the western point. We got the T-50 moving up with another one on the way to the Kimbo. Ishmael lands great here on the Panzer 4 through the smoke, doesn't care. But such minor things as smoke and visibility. Comes to the game for western point straight into a mine there. No use of breakthrough text there by Prodigy. Bit of a shame there, bit of a shame. T-75 getting there and pushing back the Panzers in the west. 22 versus 70, it's only close here. Panzer 4 takes a nasty hit there from this 3 divisional field gun. Troops reinforcing, looks in the repairs. Noting no repair pioneers here for Prodigy's battle. I would say plenty of resources and almost full pop cap. He is not so bothered with the repair pioneers there. Feel like that's a bit of a miss there by Prodigy, to be honest, but a miss. It's a really good upgrade overall. If you have the mech bring it, it's an insanely good upgrade. And typically very much worth it, unless you like don't go for any tanks or vehicles option, in which case it's not going to be worth it. But Prodigy at this point definitely has several tanks at least to benefit from it. Fisher rocket launches straight into the midst of the infantry, heavy damage there. Panzer squad almost over the retreating machine and continue to help back infantry. Like Kevin if they're hitting on the flanks here, doing some heavy damage on the T-34, but doesn't quite get it. And tank run from there from the T-34, damaging the NH5 to fire on the flank here, trying to take out the Shrap Punch quarters, denying Prodigy the ability to call in the other tanks. In fact, it may force him into another Yacht Tiger if it actually gets that far. We got 267 versus 70. Kimbo now has a reasonably sized force with a little armor here versus his opponent. So Prodigy has more infantry support weapons. Though sadly I feel like he's still trying to really leverage his size there versus Kimbo at the moment. Now Kimbo may about to bring him down to his level in terms of like force size there. Almost got him up in the Penal Troopers. Can he do it? Or will Kimbo remain the immortal? Seems like he still remains the immortal there. Default being repaired. Issue file is ace level. That's definitely bad news there for any armor from Prodigy. Field can move on into the midst here of Prodigy's advance.
The enemy has cut off his sector.
20 kills there, close to 3 on the Orbital Darden. Stukas was barrage again. Will this time be the charm here for Prodigy? Ooh, damaging the issue 5. Does some damage once more. Doesn't really do any kills. It just ends up as another wasted bank. I can choose only 23 kills. Again, the Katyusha just doesn't have to be aimed as accurately, and just overall has better wins on the rockets. Plus, the spread of the work actually tend to be also quite good. So, Katyusha's just killing all of Prodigy's stuff. Whereas again, Prodigy's just trying to get anything killed with the Stukas of Fuzz. Got an Ace Panther 4 there for Prodigy. That's very good, very good. He almost does the fuel for the second Yak Tiger. He's almost there. Kendall shoots it, got to hit, and then T-54 from 6. Another shot fired, missed. Another shot fired, missed as well. Another shot fired, missed as well. Bit of quiet here's the both sides lining each other up here, I guess, for something. Fun fact about the Stukas was actually primarily part of a Pioneer Battalion's heavy company, where they sort of used as rocket artillery there to support them. So fun fact there, they were part of the Panzer Brigade's artillery complement. Right here on the H-5 like Kidnapper, we got Veteran 3 on it, very good. Doing some heavy damage there to Kimbo's H-5 tank destroyer. Could use a rocket launcher though straight out of the Kidnapper. Watch something here by infantrymen as well. Got 29 kills. And again, versus the Stukas was not. Got 30 kills on him, in fact. That Katyusha rocket launcher has been doing great work there for Kimbo, just annihilating Prodigy's infantry support weapons. Got the S for Kimbo opening up here, and the T-54 almost got it. One more rocket, and there you go. T-54 down, minor loss here for Kimbo versus Prodigy. You got 54 versus 248. Who will pull through here? Will it be Kimbo and his immortal infantry, and just very devastating Katyusha rocket launcher will be Prodigy and his elite armor, and not very good rocket artillery, but also very solid infantry complement. Like, it's really close here. Either could win through here, particularly now with Kimbo losing a tank here. 248 versus 52. Kimbo is going to have to launch a assault here to push back Prodigy. 50, 48. T-54 out there for Kimbo. Oh, catches the Stukas foot. Oh, misses. Or doesn't see it, perhaps. Missed opportunity there. The Kimbo lands great in the T-34 76. Only head-to-hand tank rifle grenade there. It seems like Kimbo's maybe be slacking off a bit here. Punch will in the west. Yep. Got the Stukas of Fuss though, but will it be relevant? Who knows? Pushing ahead here with his troops. Could also try and rush the eastern point. Katyusha rocket launcher firing again here for the glory there of the Red Army. Where it's firing this time around, who knows? Oh, firing into the base, hoping to get some wipes there. H5 charging out the Panther 4 here. Kimbo fighting like a bear. That's really ticked off. And there we go. Took out the Panther 4. Is this a late moment comeback here from Kimbo? Even as looking like he was right about to get beaten into the ground by Prodigy. He's managed to once more turn it around here. Mines being laid down. Points being secured though. We got 246 versus 28. Another T-54 for Kimbo. Prodigy though can't bring any more except a Yaktig, and that's going to struggle here. Of course, the Stukas was gone. Well, again, just never really did a lot, so it's just a big net loss there for Prodigy, to be honest. We got 242 versus 28 here. Mines being laid down, plenty to make it harder there for Prodigy. With he's just being in one column there against Kimbo head on. Mine goes off. Kids catching inflict. Of course, need to keep punching up, shoot too much, because again, the Katyusha rocket launcher is just going to absolutely annihilate him with those rockets. There we go, Katyusha rocket barrage. Oh, that was a whiff there, though. I think that was a whiff of a barrage. 236 versus 28. Panzerfusiliers, Obersoldaten fighting forwards through the wasteland in the centre here. No man's land as Kim, of course, trying to keep his filthy paws off that point. Tifa moving up to perhaps set up a flanking and Prodigy's infantry line there. Field bombarding her, trying to take out the infantry field on the game from another side. There we go, bombard from the other side here. We got 236 versus 28. Prodigy's very close to the Yak Tiger, but will the Yak Tiger really matter though? And there we go, the Kimbo positioning. Kimbo strikes, he sees an opportunity and he seizes it with both hands. Good move there by Kimbo, but still got like Ken there for troops healing and forcing there for Prodigy. T-City starting away there, 28 kills, troops being annihilated. Sees the centre victory point, he's swarming through for the Red Army. Ace to fire, they're pulling through as well. The eastern victory point is now wide open. We got 236 versus 28. Prodigy is close to the Yak Tiger in theory, but oh, there you go. Okay, he's definitely not going to go for it, but it also means he's definitely not getting any armor anytime soon. You can see that Kimbo's just charging his tanks to the base, crashing through Prodigy's infantry. Kitchen's wrong launch firing as well there. And there we go, just extravagant casualties as the other being crushed beneath the tank. Cleared down the machine gun, murdered by the rockets. There you go, GG, game over. 49 kills on that Katyusha rocket launcher by the end of things, which accounts for, well, roughly a fifth of all the kills this battle. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell enemies. And of course, a big thanks to my Patreon supporters, without which this episode certainly wouldn't be possible. You can also support yourself by pledging on Patreon or donating via PayPal. Links in the video description. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow again for another episode.